So yeah, volatile markets. I'll keep saying it because I've been saying it for 20 plus years, but get those loans locked, protect your clients, save yourself time. Unless you are like right now, we know it's a float. Like you could go either way with it, but if it's already sold, it doesn't matter. So
yeah,
as was. So okay. So yeah, that's a good thing to take away. So like I said, we try to lock with people that I mean, again, everything you have in sales, just like life, everything you have is a tool, right? So when I'm talking to somebody, I'm gonna definitely make sure I'm going over it with them too. Like we talked about, you got to get in front of the people right before you do it. So don't lock blindly unless you're getting them something better, right? It's like over promise, always. What is it? Under promise, over deliver. Yeah, there we go. Don't over promise and under deliver, which is it was getting bad, so I locked it at 3/4 of a point higher, by the way, than it was. So just remember, like I said, it's always better to be up front, be in front of the person. It's weak sales if you're trying to do stuff behind their back and to get them in. It's strong sales when you can address whatever it is. Hey, the market's going to shit right now. It's up 3/4. I suggest locking it in before it gets even higher. What do you think? That's talking to people and having the sales skills to be in front of it. Remember, we don't do the cross our fingers and hope. We control it. We make it happen.
Love that.
So yeah, if that's the case, and if it's not going through, and we're gonna soften that guy up and be like, hey, no worries, man. You already got the money. Think about it over the next month. I'm going to cancel your lock. I'm going to go ahead and have them cancel that lock. And then if the market gets better, then we can go ahead and redo it. And maybe we could pay it off at that time because it was only going to cost you $150 for twice as much, like my manager Will told you as well. So I think it'll be really good. But let me go ahead and cancel it. Is that cool? Are you okay with that? Perfect. And then I'll check in with you in a few weeks, see how it's going. And if we want to get it back on track, if the market's doing better, I'll reach out to you, right? We're taking care of our clients. We're letting them know we're still got their back, basically. So I have that conversation with them, build up. If we'll talk to them.
Well, your notes are good. You have good notes. Yeah, Will complimented my notes today because they look like yours.
I've always been big on those. Yeah, we preached on it. Will knows this forever, but I mean, the notes are your story. It's like if you have crappy notes, or we all use little things like LM left message or sometimes SE sent email or whatever, as long as you understand them, and most people understand them. But I've had people put weird acronyms in there. I'm like, I think you're the only one that knows that acronym. like APTO.
I think she doesn't even know how forbearances work, and that she does still have to, pay those past payments at some point. So I don't even think she was aware of it. So I mean, I think she's kind of in the mindset of, I'd rather just let that sit, instead of, putting it into a loan and accruing interest on it. I did let her know that anytime you refinance or, if you ever go to sell the home, this is something that would definitely have to be paid off as well. So, including that, her payment went up like $500 from what I originally quoted her. So
what were some of the questions you asked? Like, what are your plans about this? Or let me ask you first, did you explain it, what it means?
Yeah, I did explain it to her. I explained to her that it looks like this is from, when you were in forbearance during COVID, and this is something that it is a lien against your property as well. And yeah, I explained it to her a little bit.
Let me ask a better question. Did she understand what you explained to her?
I think she did understand, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so we know, usually when you see this FHA, right? This is for you, Leah, too. If you're running a title and you see FHA and you see an FHA second lien, yep, it's a forbearance, or it's a deferment, or it was a COVID thing or whatever it was. So
I learned that when I would rent out my clients' properties, and I would look at the title on the MLS, and I saw HUD, Secretary, Government, whatever, and I was like, what is this? And then I asked them, and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't pay my payment for like 12 months. But there's no payment, so it's fine. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, people say that. Well, there is a payment. You can't refinance or do anything. You have to pay it when you refinance or sell your house. Simple as that. So I guess the question with her is to go back. Excuse me, lose my voice here. Been on the phone too much? What's going on? Go back there and use some of those sales, reignite some of the sales skills that we talk about, which is a pain point. I don't know if you did this or not, so I'm just saying it. Maybe you already did, but you should be asking the questions like, so what are you planning to do with that? So when are you going to do that? are you never going to sell your house or refinance it again? Because it has to be dealt with eventually.
Hmm.
Like what those are things I would start asking. Like we're trying here to I don't know what the other main point pain point is on this one, but if you are you trying to pay off debts or just cash or what? Okay, cool. Yeah, play with that one. I think you hopefully you can get that one back as well. That's a decent loan amount too. It's better than some of these other ones, these little ones we just got out of our pipeline too. And you got upsellability, it looks like, on this one too.
Hmm. Yeah,
Which
I
is
wish
good.
she had like more outstanding debts, but she had a pretty sure this was the lady. Yeah, she had a previous bankruptcy in the past, so everything kind of got consolidated. And yeah, can't really use like any credit card debt or outstanding debts as leverage for her. So
And
that
by
would
the
be
way, that's another pain point I would press on too. I want you to take care of this. I know you had the bankruptcy in the past. I don't want you to have to do that again. I want to make sure you have the money. By the way, I'd even recommend taking out extra money because when you take a loan out, it's tax-free money. Put it aside, put it in an
Ooh,
emergency fund,
I like
whatever the
that.
case is. Don't get in that position again. Like hit those points hard. Every time they give you information, it's like they're feeding you. They're giving you a reason to punch back, basically. You had a
yeah.
bankruptcy? Well, now we don't want that to happen again. We better take care of this. We better fix it.
I
We
like
better
that.
set a better plan for you.
Is it really tax free? That's a dumb question. I'm sorry. I could chat GBT it, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a loan, so you don't pay taxes on
yeah,
loans.
that's true.
So
Oh my God.
when you sell a home, you pay
Hmm.
taxes, right? Capital gains
Yeah.
because it's income earned off of something you have.
Or
When you
FTB.
pull yeah, when you
Mhm.
pull money out, your loan, you're paying on it, so you're not taxed on a loan.
True.
So that's a good upsell thing, because I always like to upsell people, especially if you have equity. I want to upsell it, bigger loan for me, and if it makes sense for somebody, right? Obviously, but if a lot of these people have no money, like 1 month of something bad, they go
Oh.
out of work and they're done, and they're in a
Hmm.
3 year forbearance or whatever, right? So you
Yeah.
got to kind of point people and control the conversation and let them know, hey, you're not in a good position right now, the nicest way possible. Why don't we need to do this? And by the way, let's get a little extra cash. Oh, you want to fix up your patio? It's only going to cost you 5 grand. Why don't we make sure you get like 10 or 15 grand just to make sure? Because I don't want you to have to go get more money when the contractor says it's actually a little more than he originally quoted you. Because we all know when contractors quote, it's always higher at the end of the
Hmm.
project, right?
Oh, more
50
money.
grand, it's 100 grand. It's only gonna be 10 grand, it's 20 grand, right? It's always higher.
Yeah.
So um, those little things you could just say to upsell a little bit. And again, on that case, on those situations, you're definitely protecting people. 10 grand here, you got that put aside. If you have extras, put it into your savings account. Again, tax-free money. It's your emergency fund. It's not costing you much to do it anyways, and you're basically
Yeah.
protecting yourself. How do
High
people
yield
sell?
savings.
People sell insurance. This is what insurance are selling basically security. That's what you're selling too, in a sense.
Hmm.
You're using equity to have security. How much do people pay for insurance? $3,000-$4,000 a year. Again, I know. And sometimes people are going to respond like, I know I should have put it away, but I didn't. And then my kid got out of jail and I had to help a friend out. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I totally get that. Let's make sure we get you protected so you could help out without, while still making your payment and still be able to help people out if that's really what you want to do. Whatever it is, there's so much you could find in this story right here, but you got to ask the right questions.
Mhm.
How would you sell someone, Jared, when they won't move because the rates are too high, right? They won't sell, but they're stuck in their house with a bunch of equity and they have disclosed that they have debts. How would you sell them on doing the cash refi?
So they don't want to sell their house because they don't want to
Hmm.
lose their low rate.
Right.
And they also don't want to refinance because they don't want to lose their low rate, but they do have debts.
Yep.
I would sell them the same way. I mean, what are your plans then? It doesn't matter to me what you do. I'm here to help you out. Like, you have all this debt. How are you planning to get rid of it? Tell me
Hmm.
what's going to happen a year from now. Like, what happens over the next year? And then I would have them tell me what they're going to do. And then I would probably play the long game depending on how how the response is. If it's, well, I have other money, I could pull out of my 401k or something
Yeah.
like that, or I'm going to pay extra. I'm like, okay, that's a great idea. Can you do that right now? Because I want you to get those paid off because I want to make sure your credit's good because we're expecting rates to come down anyway. So maybe I could, if you don't want to sell or maybe you will want to sell at that time. I don't care about the loan, but you need to prepare yourself and get planned for whatever you want to do next. Most people wait till the last minute. Most people find the house before they get the mortgage approval, and then it backfires when they can't get approved for the house that they want. Same thing with a refinance. Most people have a plan of what they're going to do, but they don't do it until maybe the market's come and gone. I've seen people not prepare themselves. I always give examples. I see people where they say they're going to pay it off in the next 6 months, and they don't, and then the rates drop, and by the time they get it taken care of or they want to do whatever it is they're trying to do, it's already back up. The market's readjusted back. So you should do that. But then I would challenge people. Like if I got off that call and they're like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm like, yeah, definitely. Please do. I'll check in with you like in a week. And I mean, can you have it done in a week? Can it take it 2 weeks? Whatever it is, I'm going to check in with you at that time to see if you got that taken care of, because we can, take a look at the credit, take a look at the market. Like I said, I'm here to help you either way. You might not want to do that. Check with your financial advisor or your 401k company anyways, because it might not be worth it after all the penalties and taxes as well. Again, when you're doing a refinance, it's tax-free money. You're doing the loan.
Right, love that.
Who cares about the rate at the end of the day? If your main reason is you don't want to use a low rate, but you're still paying, $1,500 a month in extra debts just to get by, then how important is that rate really? Like at the end of the day.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.